we are raising this issue that we see that Russia is helping Iran with intelligence to target Americans, to kill Americans, and Russia is also supporting Iran now with the drones so that they can attack neighboring countries and also U.S. military bases. So these wars are very much interlinked. So if America wants the war in the Middle East to stop, Iran to stop attacking them, they should also put the pressure on Russia so that they are not able to help them in this.
As Iran's drone barrages intensify, is Vladimir Putin quietly emerging as the real power behind Tehran's new drone apocalypse in Middle East? If Moscow is now sending back upgraded versions of Iranian-designed drones, has the Russia-Iran pipeline turned into a boomerang that makes Tehran's arsenal deadlier than before? With Western intel talking of covert drone transfers and Iran mass mobilizing on multiple fronts, is the Kremlin secretly smuggling Shaheeds while Tehran threatens US forces on the ground? If Russia's Geran 2, an evolved Shaheeds with heavier warheads and better navigation, starts flowing back to Iran, does that turn Tehran into a true missile and drone monster for the entire region? After more than 3,000 one-way attack drones fired across Middle East, how much of Iran's kamikaze kill count is now being powered by Russian electronics and battlefield experience from Ukraine? As the Iran war escalates, Western intelligence reports now claim Moscow is quietly arming Tehran with drones behind the scenes. The Financial Times says Russia is close to completing a phased shipment of drones to Iran, alongside other supplies. Western officials say senior Russian and Iranian figures began secret talks on drone transfers within days of the first US-Israel strikes on Tehran. Those sources add that deliveries, bundling drones with food and medical aid, started in early March and are due to finish by month-end. Intelligence leaks further claim Moscow is already feeding Iran satellite imagery, targeting inputs and other battlefield intelligence. If confirmed, this would be the first clear sign of Russia providing direct lethal aid to Iran since the current war began. One senior Western official argues the goal is to boost Iran's warfighting power and shore up regime stability under pressure. Moscow, however, publicly insists it is not providing Iran with intelligence to help target US forces. President Vladimir Putin and his press secretary Dmitry Peskov have already commented on the topic that is now being blown up in the media about Russia allegedly supplying intelligence data to Iran. And they stated that we indeed have very close relations with Iran, including an agreement on military technical cooperation. We have supplied specific military products to Iran, but we cannot agree with accusations that we are helping Iran by transferring intelligence data. You said, it's intelligence data on the locations of American bases. The coordinates of American military bases in the region are known to everyone. This is not hidden. It is open information. And that Iran attacks these military bases does not personally surprise me. Since the war began, Iran has already fired more than 3,000 one-way attack drones across Mideast, according to Western tallies. Russia's Geran 2, used heavily in Ukraine, is effectively a rebranded Shahed 136, fitted with a heavier warhead and tweaks to survive defenses. Western officials believe Moscow may now be sending Geran 2-type drones, built on Iranian designs, back to Tehran. Analysts note that Russian engineers have upgraded these systems with improved navigation and strong anti-jamming packages. Antonio Giustozzi told the Financial Times that Tehran is no longer chasing raw numbers, but wants more advanced, upgraded attack systems. Western security officials think that, for now, Russia can realistically send only Geran 2-style models rather than brand new designs. But Tehran could still reverse engineer Russian variants to sharpen its own one-way attack fleet for the next waves. Recently, Israel reportedly struck a key Caspian Sea logistics route used to move Russian hardware into Iran. Officials told the Financial Times that the aim was to disrupt that flow of drones and other weapons before they could reach frontline depots. Tehran has also pressed Moscow hard for stronger air defense systems to shield key regime sites from Israeli and US strikes. A secret December deal reportedly covers about 500 Verba launchers and 2,509 M336 missiles to be delivered over 3 years. These shoulder-fired missiles are designed to hit drones, cruise missiles and low-flying jets, giving Iran a more dispersed point defense grid. But Moscow has allegedly refused to sell its S-400 batteries, fearing that deployment against US jets would cross a red line. Russian crews training Iranians on such systems could be seen as directly targeting US aircraft in combat, something the Kremlin appears keen to avoid. Notably, the Russia-Iran strategic pact still stops short of any mutual defense clause, keeping Moscow formally outside Iran's war. Kremlin officials, however, dismiss reports of drone shipments as fake news and media fabrications. Dmitry Peskov concedes only that Moscow is maintaining dialogue with Iran's leadership, offering no details on weapons. Nowadays, there are a lot of false information dumps in the mass media, and even the most respected media outlets do not hesitate to publish them. Please do not pay attention to them. On March 26, top EU officials openly accused Russia of helping Iran target US forces and bases around the region.
We are raising this issue that we see that Russia is helping Iran with intelligence to target Americans, to kill Americans, and Russia is also supporting Iran now with the drones so that they can attack neighboring countries and also US military bases. So these wars are very much interlinked. So if America wants the war in the Middle East to stop, Iran to stop attacking them, they should also put the pressure on Russia so that they are not able to help them in this.
It is proven that cooperation has existed and continues to exist between Russia and Iran in both directions, and we know perfectly well, I myself ensured that European sanctions were adopted on this matter, that Iran has supported the Russian war effort by supplying drones or missiles to Russia for its military operations in Ukraine. Conversely, there are reasons to believe that Russia is now supporting Iran's military efforts, which appear to be directed in particular at American targets, and I believe that this is what the High Representative, Corliss, was referring to earlier. So while Moscow talks about false dumps and open-source base maps, Western capitals see a deepening war partnership, cloaked in careful denials and deniable shipments.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले.
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.